Cool.
Yeah, there we go.
There we go. I'm gonna keep. I gotta.
Check it out. Ogdj Candy Mack in the building. Crazy T in the building. They about to go live. Candy Mack say he got some stuff he want to say. He Ogdj, so he can get on this motherfucker whenever you feel like it and express himself. So if y'all want to comment, you feel free to jump in the comments. We're going to be paying attention to those. And the number 216-772-3393 going across the top of the screen so you can call in and be part of the broadcast live. Check it out. Ogdj Candy Mack. Y'all ready?
Yeah, ready.
We ready.
Hey, yo, Candy Mack.
Yo.
What made you want to do a podcast, son?
First, I shared a post earlier. Like I've been wanting to do this podcast. I've been felt it was time, you know. But I shared a post earlier on my social media, Facebook or whatever, and I got like so many comments, so many people, you know, chiming in. They got it misinterpreted. I honestly don't know what.
Was it a complicated message?
Yeah, I don't know what they was thinking. It wasn't even a complicated message. It was just my opinion. And like, first, let me get this disclaimer right quick before we get into anything. Any of these views that is shared tonight are mine's and mine's only, solely. My opinion, it's gonna be backed by some facts, whatever, but it's my opinion. I'm not a Trump supporter. I'm not a LGBTQ hater. None of that. So I'm gonna touch on some things that, you know, somebody might interpret and they might feel like I'm bashing somebody. But listen, love is love, all of that. I love all people. I don't hate nobody. I'm not opposed to nobody. But I am opposed to white supremacy. I'm gonna say that.
Speak your truth, bro.
You feel me?
Speak
but
your truth.
It is. They're gonna interpret it because in my comments earlier they was interpreting it wrong. Like, I don't know if these dudes was like, you know, I don't know if I could use that word, but I don't know if these dudes was like, you know. And I hold these brothers to a little bit of esteem because, you know, I follow their posts. I look at what they post and tag me in or whatever, and I'd be like, okay, these guys are kind of intelligent. But it's like, when I talk about they savior and white supremacy, they get mad at me. Like, I'm not a Trump supporter.
You gotta tell me what you said, man. You got me on the edge of my seat over here.
I'm not a Trump supporter. I'm just giving a disclaimer because I gotta put that out because some of my views and some things I might say, they took it as I'm a Trump supporter. I don't give a fuck about Trump or Biden equally. You see what I'm saying?
Neither one of them.
Neither one of them. I don't care for neither one of them. But Joe Biden looked square in the camera and said, I wish we can get that sound bite up, Goldie.
Yeah, we might get it in post. We might get
Joe Biden looked square dead in the camera and said, if you gotta figure out if you gonna vote for me or Trump, then you ain't black.
I thought that was racist.
I honestly, I knew it was racist, but my grandma ain't got social media. So we got to explain that to her. She don't understand what he talking about. So it's like, boom, okay. From her standpoint, it's like, hey, Joe Biden is about to be the president for black people. I think I'm going to hold on, man, and let some more people get in here, man, because I'm going to tag a few of these, what they call me, a hotep nigga. I'm going to tag a few of these. So it's like, boom, okay.
All right. He was born in Cairo.
I'm going to tag some of these hotep niggas, man, because, like,
hey,
I supposed to did this earlier.
But when you talking about with your grandma, I think people feel like that with Obama, too. Like, oh, he's definitely our president. And there's no our president for black folks. I don't know. I don't think so.
It's never going to be our president for black folks.
Yeah. We could be a +1. We can get added on to some shit, but we ain't going to be the man.
Straight up and down. Hold on, let me see how you tag these niggas. Hold on. Let me see. Boom.
I don't know. Like, I was thinking about like the other religions, like Hoteps or even like Muslims.
Mm-hmm.
It's more of a lifestyle. I'm not dedicated enough. Like I like the Christian, like just Sundays, and I can do what I want to do. Then, hey, Father, forgive me. Let me just dump these sins off so I can go sin some more.
I mean, that's cool. I ain't in the show. Where am I? I'm back here. No. Oh yeah, my fault. I'm trying to. I just want to tag a few people and make sure that they chiming in because they're gonna go back and look at it later. But I want them here now because I want to give them a chance to, comment.
It's 1:30 in the morning.
It don't matter, man. It's quarantine. What else they doing?
If it's talking to Hoteps, is that a religious mission? Would that count?
They might be.
Maybe.
They might be. Hold on, give me 1 second, man. I apologize. I'm just trying to share. But we gonna get into it, man.
Yeah, man. Passionate talks, man. Like Neely Fuller, we're gonna have to touch him, man. A lot of folks don't even know.
They don't know. We gonna get in here to him. And I got a little echo back here. I don't know if it's in the camera.
No.
Oh.
It's day one, y'all. Bear with us. It's gonna be all right.
You hold your headphones right by the microphone.
Boom. Shout out to Ogdj Go. That's why he back there, man. He got
Turn his headphones down.
I got you.
He got us together. All right, boom.
Boom.
I shared it a few times.
All right.
Now that turned my mic down right there.
No, that's the headphones. You're good. You're still the same volume. But now the people know it's been shared.
You still hear me? Okay, there we go.
There you go.
All right, boom. I'm going to refer back to my phone because what I want to do is I want to go through some of these comments, man. Now,
Right there in front of you. Look up.
ooh. I see that. Now I'm going to go to my comments real quick because earlier I posted a post. Now this was my post, what I posted earlier. Hold on. This is what I posted earlier. And this is what kind of really inspired me to get on here and talk about some of this stuff. I guess that ain't gonna work. But I posted earlier on my social media that, Joe Biden, he got all of our votes. He got all of the black people votes. He got all of the women's votes. And he didn't really, in his list of priorities, post or put any of the Black Lives Matter issues on his list of priorities. Like when I say Black Lives Matter, I'm not talking about the organization, the people who out there rioting and doing whatever, but I'm talking about actually black people.
Yeah.
I'm talking about us, our lives that matter, social injustices and, racial profiling, whatever the case may be that we all have been through and that we constantly going through every day. I wanted to, see where people was at on that. Hold on, I'm trying to pull up my.
Yeah, but no, that's a real thing though, man. Like people gave Ice Cube a bunch of shit when he was doing the contract with Black America.
Right.
And he was talking to the Republicans and the Democrats. He didn't know who was going to win. And the Democrats sat down, but like you said, now that they're in there, where's the black agenda at? Where's the stuff for us?
Right. And even with Ice Cube, when Ice Cube did that, Ice Cube damn near got canceled because this is the climate. Like we talk about climate change, but this is the climate of black people right now. Like we hate Trump so much that anybody who wanted to sit down and talk to him and try to get us some tangibles, try to get us an agenda, we canceled him. We said, listen, stay away from that guy. He's racist. He's this, that, whatever. But this was the president of the United States.
Yeah.
So if any change was going to come, I don't want to hear nothing about this. Oh, well, it got to go through the Senate. It got to go through this, blah, blah, blah. We was straight to the head guy.
Yeah.
Even if it got to go through the Senate and all of this judicial and legislative and that, even if I had to go through that, we had a chance to sit down with the head top guy. They said, Ice Cube, you canceled. You're a coon. We don't want to hear nothing you got to say.
Yeah, and maybe that's something as a culture we got to work on. Like, we quick to cancel niggas, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was watching Friday After Next, right? The old one, whatever. Mm-hmm. And I was like, damn, I used to love Terry Crews before he started saying what he really thought on social media.
Right.
Like, I enjoyed him as a person. I mean, as an actor.
As an actor,
he
but
was funny.
wait. But like, okay, Terry Crews, like, his mission is a whole different thing. But he has his right to speak how he feel.
Yeah.
Without being canceled.
True, and at the end of the day, he's still one of ours. Like,
he's still one of ours.
Like, who was the Trump's broad? Omarosa. Omarosa got canceled. She wanted to come back. We gave her shit, but we said, "Fuck it, come on,
right?
You one of ours, you know.
Come on back.
We got to quit canceling our people because it's gonna take all of us to get someplace."
So let me say that right there with Omarosa. Okay, so if you say Omarosa, strong black female, if you want to call her, if you want to say, you know, she's a little bit on the Oreo side, I don't know, whatever you want to call her, she's black, she's a woman, and she's Trump's #1 person. Was
yeah, but I call it them those get out black people. Like they look black, but that brain be.
But my thing, we should take and look at that as, okay, that's our doorway to a Donald Trump. Now, we need to hold her accountable as, listen, even though before he was the president of the United States, you was with him, right-hand girl, whatever the fuck you want to call it. But if you not allowing us to get to him through you, we need to hold you accountable for that.
Yeah, and that's what the thing, like, it don't be the doorway, because like they get in the door and shut
and
it,
say fuck
and
it,
like put the boards up and lock it. Like, I'm the only nigga with this
and
power.
say fuck it. But black people doing that too, because okay, Ice Cube, he come up with a what you call it?
Yeah, what's it? The contract with Black America.
Okay, all black people. Well, I ain't gonna say all black people, but the majority of black people was like, cancel Ice Cube because he want to talk to Trump.
Right.
You want to talk to the head guy about Black America. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's wrong with you guys? You know what I'm saying?
He was trying. Like, nobody else had a plan. At least he was like, I got an idea.
Now, Kanye, listen, I'm a music head. I'm a producer. Kanye is one of my favorite artists of all times, but he was a little bit confused on what he wanted to do. Like, he had all the right intentions, but his presentation, his mission was like a little bit different. So I get that. Mm-hmm. If you want to say, okay, well, Kanye got up there, he fumbled the ball, blah, blah, blah. Now, even Lil Wayne didn't get a chance to say shit. He posed for a picture. And they was like, fuck Lil Wayne.
Look, right. That picture got him a pardon, though. He got
but look at what I'm saying, though. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's one of the few people that Trump pardoned. Like, you know, I'm going to go back to my disclaimer. I'm not a Trump supporter. I'm not a Trump supporter. Biden, Trump, I don't fuck with them equally. But
if we keeping it real, the pardons Trump gave on his way out surprised me. Because it was like he had already lost. He didn't even have to give these pardons. You know what I mean? He knew he was on his way out. He could have been like, fuck it. Fuck all these promises I made.
I'm done.
So the fact that he stuck to it, and like,
you know what I'm saying?
Even some black folks, you know?
He did this thing, man, and I'm not mad at him, man. I'm not mad at Trump at all. I'm not a Trump supporter. I don't give a fuck about Trump. But just for social content and just to, like, you know, talking about current affairs, whatever, he did what he did. He did something that Biden wouldn't do. Now, you know, Biden got the chance to try to do it and go on whatever, but he wouldn't have did that. Biden wouldn't have never pardoned a Kodak Black.
Oh, no. Who? Kodak who?
I don't care what you say.
Yeah.
And like, you know, and before that, like, you know, I don't want to name drop or put nobody's business out here, but, you know, I know some people, you know, 2 years ago that got out because of Donald Trump. I'm telling you, I know some people
Yeah.
that got out because of Donald Trump. It wasn't no pardon, but he, you know, released some of those mandates. He let a lot of people out. Now, Kim Kardashian, she came in, you know, all of these people that was nonviolent offenders that was serving 20, 30 years, he released a lot of them. And I could pull up an article. I know a guy personally in Cleveland that got out of jail. They threw away the key on this guy, man. They threw away the key on him.
Yeah.
He got out because of Donald Trump.
Yeah.
And he was in jail under President Obama. But I ain't gonna talk about Obama right now because, you know, I ain't trying to get blocked off of social media.
I think that's why you shouldn't cancel people, because like nobody's good or bad all the time. Like R. Kelly peed on some bitches, man, but he made "I Believe I Could Fly." They played that at my graduation.
Right.
Like I love that song for forever, but he did these terrible things too. Like I'm just saying though, you know what I mean? Keeping it in perspective.
That was the shit.
No.
That was the shit.
Hey, Nation, come on, man. Step in the name. Anyway, it's not about R. Kelly. I'm just saying.
But yeah, it's a lot of people that's probably watching us now that was made because of R. Kelly. But
speaking of people that's watching, if you liking what you're seeing, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Call in 216-772-3393. Have your voice heard and be immortalized on film and in the broadcast. We just trying to share some good words and chop it up on the late night side. Call in. Let's have some fun. This ain't no serious type.
Yes, it is.
It's a serious topic, but we can have fun.
We can have fun. I want to hear everybody, because listen, I tagged a lot of these people. I want to get to these people in my comments earlier, man. Like, you know, I commented on a lot of people's things, and a lot of people commented on my social media, and I couldn't like respond to all of them because I was doing shit, but I want to let these people know, like, listen, stop interpreting my shit the way you interpret it. Like, I'll tell you.
Well, give them a straightener. Be specific. Tell them what you're talking about and straighten it out.
I'm gonna go back to this one post, right? Boom. So I posted a picture of Biden admin's focus. Now, Joe Biden and his administration, they focusing on these themes right here. He got inaugurated on January 20th. His itinerary was on January 21st, he gonna focus on the COVID. On January 22nd, he gonna focus on economic relief. On January 25th, their focus was Buy America. On January 26th, it was equity. Now I'm gonna go back to equity, and I'm gonna emphasize on that. Now, January 27th, it was climate. Now, January 28th, his team's main focus is on healthcare. January 29th is immigration, and all of February is restoring America's place in the world. So, these are Joe Biden's and his admin's main priorities. Now, I didn't hear Joe Biden look square dead in the camera like where the camera right here. I didn't hear Joe Biden look into this camera and say, if you want to decide whether you're gonna vote for me or Trump, then you ain't an immigrant. I didn't hear him say that. I didn't hear him say, if you got to decide whether you want to vote for me or Trump, then you ain't the climate. That nigga said,
well,
if you got to decide whether you're going to vote for me or Donald Trump, then you ain't black. That's what I heard. And that's what I think, 70 million people voted for this motherfucker?
Yeah. He said it to us. I heard it too.
I think that's what we heard. So why, when I look on Joe Biden and his admin, his administration, his cabinet, that includes Kamala Harris, why when I look on what they focusing on, like on Fox News, I ain't gonna show y'all my phone because my shit is like crack. I broke it. But I got it right here. Why when I look on that, I don't see a priority for black people. I don't see anything that's gonna, stop black people from being racially profiled. I don't see nothing that's gonna stop black people from, being denied bank loans. I don't see nothing that's gonna stop black people from, going to the hospital and getting the bare minimum treatment, regardless of their insurance premium or whatever. Like I don't see that black people since COVID. Now I remember when COVID first came out. They said it was like black people who really couldn't catch that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's what we thought, man.
But listen, that's what we thought. A year later, it's like, well, black people are dying the most because of that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't see Joe Biden saying, hey, we about to figure out how we can stop black people from at least dying from COVID first. He ain't said nothing about that. So he said he's going to do something about COVID. So, black people automatically figure like, well, he going to do something about COVID. So that means us.
Yeah.
No.
And look, and can I say, like, the COVID problem is the same thing as all the rest of our problems. Is disenfranchised, lack of resources. We at the short end of the stick for what we need to get over this shit. That's why we getting hit with it. They treat us with whatever. Like, we need more money, more access to shit.
We need more everything.
Yeah.
So if you, as the president, you got the top job in the country, I don't give a fuck if y'all want to sit here and say, hey, it got to go through the Senate. Congress got to approve this. Congress got to. If that's the case, why do we need a president?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So now look, you got the top job. You the top guy in the country. We didn't voted for you. Women, black people, like we didn't voted for you because y'all seen how the climate of the country. All these Trumps, but man, they stormed the Capitol because Trump didn't get reelected. So, all of those white people right there voted for Donald Trump.
Yeah.
We got obviously a lot of people that voted for Joe Biden, but guess whose vote decided whether those two people was going to be president?
Right.
Us.
Yeah.
Women.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Black folks, women, and even other minorities, I would say.
Latinos,
like the brown people,
you know
we got to represent.
But no, we got to represent. But listen, I love them. They my brothers. They struggle as they struggle. I'm talking about us, right?
Respect, no, independent. Yeah, I do feel you on that. Yeah,
it's about us.
I don't know about the brown struggle.
You know what I'm saying?
The black
That's
struggle.
them. Listen, I don't hate them people. More power to them. If we want to come together, my arms are open.
Yeah.
But right now, I'm talking about us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, boom. We was the deciding factor in this election. Whether they say it was stolen, rigged up or not. Black people, women, man, black women came out in motherfucking record numbers, man, and voted for Joe Biden.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Black people, more people voted for him than Obama. It's the shit. You can look at this shit up.
And look, like, to keep it in perspective, I would say, like, I'm glad that we did it, but we would have voted for anybody that wasn't Trump.
And
Anybody who that ran that wasn't Trump.
And that's what I'm saying. and that was the problem. To me, that was the problem because, like, listen, Trump an asshole.
Yeah.
Fuck Trump. Biden is an asshole too.
Yeah.
Fuck him. If we want to vote for him, let's see what he gonna do for us.
Yeah, somebody got to do something. Like, and you think how Trump got in? Like, we voted for not Hillary. Like, that's how it wasn't pro-Trump.
Listen, I think a lot of black folks didn't really get in on that election because, like, that's Hillary Clinton. Like, women want to be empowered, but that's Hillary Clinton.
Touche. A lot of people did bow out. A lot of on the black community, we was like, nah, we ain't even.
Like, I ain't a part of this. I got no dog in this race. We should have felt the same way about this one, but everybody was told to hate Donald Trump so much, man. Don't even worry about nothing. So it's like this. I'm gonna get back to this is my focal point because this is the most fucked up shit about this shit. Joe Biden looked square like I'm looking at you.
Yeah.
He looked in the camera. It's like, it's 300 million people in America. It's maybe 5 million people watching him right at this point in time. He said if you got a problem deciding if you gonna vote for me or Trump, then you ain't black. That means, my nigga, you about to do some shit for black people. Because if we ain't gonna vote for nobody but you, that means you about to do something for black people.
No.
So listen, you get your ass you get in office. Damn. The very first day. Now I'm gonna go back to my disclaimer because people twist and take and turn shit. Because when you talk truth, some people can't handle it, so they interpret it in a way that it's like hate. I don't hate nobody. I'm not homophobic. I'm not against trans people and trans rights. Mm-hmm. That's them. That's their struggle. More power to them. I hope they get everything they need.
Respect.
You can't incorporate that with black. You feel what I'm saying?
It's not equal to. No,
it's not
I'm
equal
with
to.
you. I'm with you,
You know
on
what
that.
I'm saying? As a whole, a trans person might get murdered because of them being a trans person. They might get discriminated but as a whole, ain't no trans people, ain't no police riding around saying, oh, that's a bunch of trans people in the car. Let's pull them over and shoot them and beat them. You know what I'm saying? They say, ain't nobody saying, hey, that's a bunch of trans people, as a whole. Now, certain individuals have their experiences. They get discriminated against. Mm-hmm. They shouldn't. Thank you.
It is.
And that shouldn't happen to nobody. You know what I'm saying? Period.
Any oppressed person should get there.
They should get there.
Yeah.
Joe Biden, on day one of his administration, signed an executive order stating that no trans person should be discriminated against or, held back or whatever because of their gender or sexual orientation. That was Joe Biden's, the guy who looked square in this camera and said, if you got a problem voting for me or Trump, you ain't black. Signed an executive order to ensure the rights for trans people.
Yeah. And that's like we just said, like any oppressed people should get theirs. I just don't like that they skipped the line.
Now listen, I'm gonna do you one even better. They skipped the line. Period. You got black people that sitting up here that voted for Joe Biden. Like, I mean, they going to war for this man. Like, they'll fight you. Joe Biden is blah, blah, blah. They gonna sit up here and tell me, well, it takes time. He need a cut. It's only a week or two. He need time to do this, that, and the third. Why them trans people ain't have to wait 2 or 3 weeks?
Did not.
He came in there the very first day. The very first day of him. They hadn't even, made his little thing, President, Mr.
Yeah.
He ain't even got all his uniforms sold in yet. He done signed an executive order for trans people. Man. Now, when I say stuff like that, they want to say, hey, you want to bash trans people. You want to go against.
That's the facts, though. You had no opinion towards nobody.
I'm not going against no trans people. I heard you. And I'm glad that they moving forward in their struggle. I'm glad of that. Black people, where are we moving forward in our struggle? What can Joe Biden look on that list of his priorities and say, hey, we doing this specifically for black people. We doing this specifically for the women who voted for me. We doing this specifically. Okay, we got a first female African American because first of all, Kamala didn't claim African American until she started running for president.
Oh, did you see what the government tried to call us? The new name for all of us now?
What, people of color?
ADOS.
ADOS. Oh, African Descendant Society?
Yeah. So, but it came about because of Kamala. Like the Republicans wanted to say, she ain't no nigga, but they couldn't say it. So they was like, she's black, but she's not black. Her dad's Jamaican and her mom's from South India.
From India, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but just trying to get us away from her. You know what I mean? Like, she's black, but she's not black.
Right, and that's why she's there because I can go into, my convenience store. Like, let me go back to my disclaimer. I'm not racist. I don't have any ill will. I don't hate no people. I love all people. I love everybody. And anybody who's oppressed, I hope that they can get further in their struggle in this system of white supremacy, because that's all it is.
Yeah.
And what they need to realize is that's the whole thing. It's a system of white supremacy. So when they feel oppressed, that don't mean you got to make me your enemy in the race. I shouldn't have to compete with you in this race because we all are, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, same struggle.
Same struggle. We all got the same struggle. Don't do that. So I can go to my convenience store, man, and these same Indians who like Kamala with the red dots in their forehead or whatever, indigenous, whatever. Well, they not indigenous, but I'm saying like these same Indians, I can go in there and they could, you know, hurry up and buy. I feel sorry for your mother. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
They inflict the same type of racism on me that they experiencing from these white people. You see what I'm saying? So it's like even they look down on us. Kamala Harris was not the first African American senator elected from California.
Mm-hmm.
She was the first Indian.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Senator.
She checks a lot of boxes. You know what I mean? A lot of firsts.
Anything to get that vote.
Mm-hmm.
And see us as a people, like, let me tell you one thing about black people, man. And like, and this one thing that we don't, you know, understand. Like, our nature is not violent. We never been the violent ones. We never been the ones who kill people. We never inflict brutality on nobody. Like, we never did nothing of that nature.
Yeah.
That's not in our nature. We can go back 10,000 years.
Always
We
say,
never been that.
for our treatment in this country, we've been very well behaved, considering all we've taken. We've been exemplary tenants. You know what I mean? Like
because of our nature, our nature. So on that note, I'm gonna ask you this. Okay, what did black people do so bad to deserve to get enslaved and get all of this brutal treatment?
showed that we were better.
Like how?
Just the black struggle. You know, we always do twice as much to get half the credit. You know what I mean?
I'm talking like I'm talking like a little bit before that. Like
Okay.
when we were like, you know, kidnapped from the shores of you know, West Africa or East, when we was brought to this country and we was treated so brutally, what did we do to deserve that?
Oh, nothing.
We didn't do nothing. So now listen, you take somebody like Joe Biden who looked at us and said, well, you know, these guys are predators. I don't want my kids going to school in no jungle with these people, whatever. Now, under that same context, we ain't never did nothing to nobody.
Mm-hmm.
We never did nothing to nobody. He looked at us like that. Boom. Okay, so what did we do to make him change his mind?
They had voting power, maybe. I don't know. What do you think?
We didn't do nothing either way.
Yeah.
Because he didn't change his mind. All he doing is pandering to us to get the vote to push him over, because at the end of the day, all of those Trump supporters who stormed the Capitol, man, we seen this with our own eyes, man. All of those Trump supporters that stormed the Capitol, that felt this election was rigged, you know, they white, they entitled, we're going to do something about this. All of those people that did that, they felt entitled. They were white. They all voted for Donald Trump.
Mm-hmm.
It's a bunch of people that voted for Joe Biden. They didn't storm the Capitol.
No.
They didn't storm the Capitol. So it's a tug of war, because if we supposed to be the minority, meaning it's only 40 million black people in the United States of America. So that makes us a minority. That's why they could say that we're a minority.
Yeah.
Because census-wise, it's 40 million black people. The population of the United States is 300 million. Look it up. So that means it's 260 million white or other population.
Yeah. Not us.
It's not us.
Yeah.
So if they at a tug of war, because half of these people that stormed the Capitol, which is a lot of them,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And the other half that didn't storm the Capitol, but they voted for Joe Biden. So if they deadlock like this, they need somebody to go over. You see what I'm saying? So who they gonna go to decide to swing and vote? That's like if it's
I don't know. Is it gonna be us?
It's us,
man. I don't. That's what I'm saying. They don't trust us.
No, listen. They listen. That's our purpose. That's why we got to vote. It's 40 million African Americans on the census. It's you know, if 70 million people vote for Joe Biden and 70 million people vote for Donald Trump and they're all white,
it's up to us. Yeah, no doubt. I get that.
It's up to the other 40 million people. Like, okay, so if 5 more million people who are African American or Latino or non-white vote and they vote for Joe Biden, that means he got 75 million and Trump got 70 million. See, what we are the swing vote. So they pander to us. That's why Joe Biden can get on here and have Kamala, like, okay, because he really don't care about Kamala. He's just like, okay, he need that swing vote because he see the climate of the country. How many times that they stormed the Capitol?
Oh yeah,
since you've been alive.
I was gonna say, never. But I was gonna say, to your point though, the Republican and the Democrat do seem like the same racists. It's just that the Democrat is a more polite racist.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They just, the Republican gonna let you know I don't like you, but the Democrat is like, oh, we'll see what happens.
Yeah,
you know,
I'm still fucking. But and that's, you know, a thing. What I say, like, I want the blatant racist, man. Don't give me this guy who making
let me know where I stand.
You know what I'm saying? Don't give me this guy who gonna, you know, rock me to sleep and like, you're my guy. That's my guy right there. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But turn his back and, you know, give me 20 years for stealing a fucking piece of candy.
Some of my best friends are assholes, but they're assholes to everybody. Like, it's just how they talk. Like, I could respect that. You know what I mean? Like, it's honest, whatever. But don't act funny to me, or make me think we're friends and you're not. Whatever. Like, that's the trickery.
You know, that's conning. That's conniving. It's the con artistry. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, and that's my main thing. Like, I just want to, you know, talk to us and help us to understand, like, you know, these white people, we love them. We got a moral compass. It was taught to us through religion or whatever, you know, turn the other cheek no matter how bad somebody treats you. You know, we going to get our reward when we die, but whatever. You know what I'm saying? If you want to blame it on that, that's fine. But that's our nature. We not the savage ones. Like, okay, we rioted. You know, we tried to march. Even you know, the great Dr. Martin Luther King. He did peaceful protests and march. Yeah. But what did they do? Hose them down, beat them, whatever, and made it out to be something like they was the violent ones. They just was marching peacefully. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's our nature, man. We can take this back 10,000 years, man. Like, that's our history. You know what I'm saying? So for them to act like we the worst, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I think that's the downplay. You know what I mean? Like, you better not be stealing with it. Like, but you know, I'll never steal. You know what I mean? But they'll say that to put the oppression on you. You know what I mean? Like, I'm a self-check. Right. You know what I mean? Since they done said it. But yeah, we've been the least violent.
The least violent, period. Man, we marched even with George Floyd. You know, when he got, you know, assassinated in public. Even when that happened, you know, that's been happening for years to us, man. But what we do, we feel like, okay, the time is right now. You know, we're going to protest. Man, we had all of these white people with this BLM and Black Lives Matter, whatever. They come in and they breaking stuff and tearing shit up, whatever. And it's like, you know, and you know how many people I had ask me like, hey, man, you going to come down here to the protest, whatever? Yeah. No. And I'm not going to come, not because I don't care about George Floyd and whatever. I'm for the struggle, but I'm not about to do no integrated march. Like, I'm not about to march alongside. Like
who am I marching with?
Let me go back to my disclaimer. Yeah. I don't hate white people.
Don't hate them.
I don't hate them. But I'm not about to march for a cause for my oppression with you, because guess what? You're my oppressor.
Yeah.
I'm not about to march with you.
That was my problem. It was too organized, right? Like when black folks riot, ain't no meeting, ain't no riot leader who's directing people to how to do it. We all just decide. We all pissed off.
We gonna
tear some shit up.
We gonna go down here.
Meanwhile, the protest for what it is, right? It's too organized. Y'all got an organization. They done donated money. Y'all got water bottles with your name on it and stuff. Like it's branding. Like it just
Right. The police know it's they done barricaded everything off and they done set aside a place for y'all. Like nah.
Yeah. Like why is it so corporate? You know who's getting this money?
That's what I'm saying. It was a show, dog and pony show.
Yeah.
Hey, let me see those comments up there. And I really can't hear my mic in the thing. Let me see those comments because I wanna chime in on some stuff, man. Like I wanna reflect back to what, you know, all of these dudes was social media jumping me earlier, and I couldn't really respond back to them as fast as I wanted to. But you know, for y'all, I'm here, man. It ain't no hate. You know, it's dialect. It's healthy. I respect all of y'all opinion. I'm forever learning. I can learn something from y'all. I want to learn from y'all.
Yeah.
But you also got to have that same energy with me because, you know, I done dedicated a significant amount of my time in my life to, you know, research stuff and take on this topic. You see what I'm saying? So, like, it's all respect. And, like, anybody, like, I done had people, you know, DMing me, invite me to debates and this, that, and the third. Like, I don't have no problem with that. But if you gonna pull out your gun or you want to stand up and fight me or whatever at the end, or if something don't go right, that's your mission. I'm not gonna do that because, like, you know, at the end of the day, it's respect. You have your views, opinions, facts, and whatever. You have your take on the shit, and so do I. And it shouldn't come to a violent end.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to see them comments up there, man. If you're listening, man, if you want to talk, we can add you on the live, or you can call in, you know, 216-772-3393. Call in, man. You know, chime in. I know this is like late night spur of the moment, but we up, man. We talking about it, you know.
Yeah.
If you ain't doing nothing, let's talk about it. I got time.
Look, me and Ogdj Candy Mack, man, we met maybe about 5 hours ago, but we done shot about 12 episodes just in conversations,
Crazy,
man.
Crazy. You know?
Yeah.
And that's what it's about.
Yeah, you know, it's good to, like, just really take an interest, man, like, because everybody got the same thoughts. It's going to take some different way of thinking to get us. We done tried the same shit, you know?
We need to be on one accord, but
I feel like most people are asleep, but the ones that's woke, if you still listening to this, call in, man. 216-772-3393. Clear your throat. Call in. Tell us how you feeling about the whole climate on the political side.
get the cold out your eye. Man, I it was some comments up there. I see your whole call history up here, man. You better get that out of here.
You got comments, I mean, but it ain't nothing.
It ain't nothing. Okay.
You got one comment from Queen Sheba Love say, "Hey, that's my baby daddy."
Ah, nah.
She's definitely talking about him. I don't know her.
Cecily Bohannon says she woke up for a reason.
Did she wake up for a reason? That's what's up.
I wonder why we can't see him on that, man. I'm telling you, you got your call history.
You
on
right.
that screen right there. You see that?
I want to connect with the people.
Yeah, you know, if you was trying to hide something, it might not work.
That's cool though, man.
I'm trying to figure out why that Mike's Hard
man.
Lemonade just sitting right there like
Man,
that.
they gonna cut us a check. Man, you
Right.
see how they did that
They
Twisted
better.
Tea? They gonna contact us like, hey.
That was the Don't Get It Twisted tea. Boom.
So how you feel Joe Biden gonna do in this term, man? Do you think he's gonna do a better job than Trump? What do you think? Because me personally, Trump gave me $1,800 for no reason.
Turn my
He
headphones up a little bit. Now listen. you got to put a disclaimer out there, because anytime you speak about anything positive that Donald Trump did, you're gonna be labeled a Trump supporter. So you got to put your disclaimer out there.
I don't give a fuck what a motherfucker label me.
You got to, man.
Fuck?
Now listen.
Don't none of that shit mean nothing to me as a street nigga. I'ma just say it like that. As a person who don't participate in their system, it don't mean nothing to me. They could do whatever they want to. Like, if the country government change over, if Japan start running this country, I'm just a speck of dust on the whole beach of the country. I don't mean nothing to the point where I'm worried about it. And I know a lot of people don't agree with me. A lot of people like, oh, you fucked up. You shouldn't feel that way. But hey, these same people who y'all talking about voting for, they kidnapped me. They persecuted me, they prosecuted me, they incarcerated me, and they made me into a legal slave for a number of years of my life. So I have no interest whatsoever in participating in their whack-ass system. Okay. So I look at the whole thing like, hey, Trump, Biden, whoever is the president, fuck them. Like, I don't care. I don't feel it's directly affecting me until I get a check. And Donald Trump sent me a check. His administration has something to do with me getting a check. And at the end of the day, I don't give. That's all I'm saying. What Biden gonna do? Everybody was so quick to hurry up and vote for Biden. Like, it's the crazy part is, to me, with the whole political thing, is they pick who they want to be president. Period. And then they give you a fake ass vote and tell you like you really the one picking who it is. I don't believe in none of that shit.
That's real shit, man. Listen, like in the early,
you got to pick between the lesser of two evils and shit.
In the early parts of the campaign, it was a whole sister, 38 years old, running for president. Nobody even mentioned her name. Why they were talking about all this history made, but like they narrowed it down to like the two main candidates. But
she couldn't afford her promo package.
She voted for the sister.
Yeah, her out of the camera. Don't show her.
Hey, no real shit though.
But she voted for her though. Like that was
like,
her main candidate.
Everybody said that shit about Obama. Obama was black, but his black side wasn't even us. It was Kenyan. His American side was white. Whatever. Michelle made him black. Michelle certified him.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But see, even with that, to me, that whole thing was a farce. Like, what difference do it make your nationality to be president? If you qualified and you can do a good job and you can bring some type of stability to the country, then do it.
Yeah.
We voted for a celebrity.
But listen, now let's get back to these black people saying, hey, Obama wasn't a black president. He was a president for everybody. Now, why do we as black people, man, when it comes to something for us specifically, why do we have to sit back and say, well, it got to be for everybody? Why we can't just say, like why do they try to make it like, if I ask for something specifically for me as a black person, I'm racist or I'm wrong or you don't do that. We talking about everybody. Why is it like that?
All lives
That's
matter.
called reverse racism.
All lives matter, bro.
Right. Like, and that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, we want to own this thing. Like, and this is what I want to tell these guys that was in my comments earlier. I'm like, we want to own this thing called black on black crime. Now we'll take that. We'll let somebody tell us all day, that's black on black crime. That's black on black crime. We'll take that. We own that. But when we want to say, hey, Joe Biden, do something specifically for black people and black people only. Healthcare, it matters, yeah. But healthcare is not just only for black people.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Everybody.
Like, that's for everybody. But black people included in that blanket. Yeah. That don't mean you're doing nothing specifically for us, bro.
That's the
thing.
My
thing is this. Why do we as a people feel like we gotta, and this gonna sound crazy to a lot of people. Why is we as a people feel like we gotta ask them for something in the first place? Why do we gotta ask them for something? Just take it. Why we don't just do what they do and get up and get it?
That's a good point.
We can't storm the Capitol, man.
I'm not about to. I ain't talking about storming the Capitol, and I ain't talking about no violent takeover. I'm talking about getting up, working for it, and getting it how we supposed to get it.
Listen.
Instead of asking for them to give us assistance, helping. You know the assistance I want from them is to stay out my way. Just get out my way. Don't make me have to fill out Form A and Form B and Form C, and you could just do it all y'all right here? Why I got to go to this building and that building? Why y'all want to hold me up? Why y'all want to put all these obstacles and stepping stones in my way to make it hard for me to make it and regulate my time on this planet and my development according to your rules and regulations? Just get out my way. Let me do me. And anybody that's about getting money, anybody out here that feel like they gonna make live the American dream, I'm pretty sure they agree with what I'm saying. At the end of the day, I don't need no handout. I don't want no handout. Keep your money, keep your grants, keep all that shit. Just make it where you out my way.
No, man, listen. We gotta do that. Now listen, we gotta get those grants. We gotta get those handouts because, like, as an individual, you granted that. But as a whole, see, and this what we keep getting that shit twisted at, because, like, okay, as an individual, of course LeBron James is the GOAT right now. Of course LeBron James sitting on $300 million. As an individual and as an African American, he there. He achieved that. But as the whole culture, the whole race, African Americans, it ain't set up for us to do that. He was one in the motherfucking million. Like
that's what I'm saying, though. That's my point to you, though. Why is it gotta be we gotta go buy the setup? Why we can't make our own setup? LeBron James ain't gonna give his money away. Why? Because he worked hard for his money, first and foremost. Second, it's boundaries set up to keep him from doing that. They don't want him to just make millions and give it away, because people aren't responsible with money like that. And the people he wanted to help, he helped. It's like with support.
They can keep us from letting the money trickle down.
But again, that's an individual, man.
Why do we as a people think just because somebody of color get in a position, they automatically the ambassador for our hookup?
And they owe it. They owe us.
They don't owe us nothing.
Listen, you ain't got to make all of us millionaires, man.
I'm not saying make all of us millionaires.
If I could pause for the calls, y'all. Look, I have to go see a lady about a cat. But I appreciate
we
y'all
about to wrap
me.
It up. We just doing an hour segment. We about to wrap it up. Just be a little pay. Give him 5 more minutes.
Oh, I can't do 5 more. Yes, I can.
But listen. That's an individual, man. Like, you know, you ain't got to make all of us millionaires, man. We all ain't got to be rich, but, like, don't put no motherfucking roadblocks in my way, man.
That's what I just said.
When I'm trying to do something. Like, but get out of my way, stay out of my way. Don't put no roadblocks in my way, man. I'm talking about from the time I'm born. Like, you know, I was looking at my kids.
From the beginning to the end.
I'm looking at my kids, man. They ain't kindergarten, like. You know, they singing songs and tap dancing and shit. Like, this is
and that's another thing. Why do we feel like the only way we can make it is to be a rapper, a singer, an entertainer, a sports figure? Why is all our expectations so fucking low? We sit around here and that's what we raise our kids to do. Here, catch this football, Johnny. Here, run this track, Johnny. Here, let me see what you can do. I know parents who pushing their kids to be football players and their kids fucking suck. Your kids are sorry. Wrap it up. Give them some education. Teach them real life ethics and morals and goals. Teach them about God. Teach them about the other things in life besides money. We sitting around here expecting these folks to give us what they have. They're not going to give us what they have. They're not going to set up a system where they can hand it over to us. It's not going to happen. They're going to say they're going to do this and do that, but they're not going to give us their money. That's their money. This system was set up to protect them. It wasn't set up to protect us. It wasn't set up to serve us. It wasn't set up to empower us. It wasn't set up to improve us. It was set up to keep the rich rich and the poor poor. All the other stuff is part of the whole illusion of politics. It's only 2 types of people, the have and the have-nots. If you any other way confused and you in the dark, you still asleep. Because all the laws, it ain't a law on the books. You could pick any law on the books and I could show you how it's protecting the weak. I could show you how it's protecting them with money. We was talking about this earlier about carjacking, how they raised because they scared. When they get scared, we get prepared to do long stretches. Soon you get to talk about murder, you get to talk about killing, you get to talk about robbing, taking. They get scared and they raise the time on it. Like you said, it's just an armed robbery, but no, they don't want to feel comfortable. They want to feel comfortable in their Benzes and their Lexus and their Rolls Royces at the light in any neighborhood and know that you ain't going to just snatch them out the car like Grand Theft Auto. So yeah, it's all designed to protect them. And all this other shit is a distraction from them. The one thing they fear the most is when we decide one day they can't have what they have no more and it belong to us now. But it's all about agreement. You only have that shirt on your back is only yours because everybody in here decides that it's yours. The moment everybody in this studio say that ain't your shirt, we can take it from you. No, I'm serious. Think about what I'm saying in the big scheme of things. When everybody around you decide that's not your shirt no more, they'll take it from you. Everybody around you decided that's not your life no more, they'll take it from you.
No, definitely. Like everything's an agreement. Like Goldie, you say funny shit. Like that's an agreement that we have. Like I know it's funny. You know it's funny. He knows it's funny. Like, yeah.
People are programmed by these TV shows. That's why they call them programs. Yeah. They program your mind. They put you in a state of mind of compliancy. They put you in a state of mind where you feel as though I gotta do what they say or I'm a loser.
Yeah.
No, why do I gotta be a loser? Because I chose a different route.
Or the standard, like listen, it all boils down to this, man. And like this is what should have been my disclaimer in the beginning. It all boils down to white supremacy, man. Like I said, I'm just talking about, Joe Biden, Donald Trump, just for some, for some content, to try to relate to people. It's all based on white supremacy, man. And like you said it yourself, they're not gonna give us nothing because that's their power. That's what they hold on to. So they're not gonna transfer that motherfucking power. Like right now, if I ask you, hey man, give me this here, and you go ahead and sleep on the street. Is you gonna do it?
Am I gonna do it?
Are you gonna do it?
Do what?
You gonna get out of here where we at and let me get this?
I'm gonna fight for mine.
Or you can politely say no.
No, or I can. If you decide collectively, yourself or with another group, that you're gonna take what's mine, you can have it.
I'm talking about. Listen, no, I'm talking about me personally.
Okay. Am I gonna give it all to you?
Yeah, go ahead. Go get it. Get in your truck.
It depends on my logic and my reasoning, but that's a decision I will make.
You're not, because this is your shit that you work for. This is your shit.
Exactly. So, that's what I'm trying to tell you about them. They work for their shit. Why people say they upset because Donald Trump wanted to build a wall?
They ain't work for shit.
Think about this for a second. Donald Trump wanted to build a wall, right? We one of the most powerful countries on the planet, if not the most powerful country on the planet. Okay, you buy a mansion. The first thing you do is what? Put a fence around it, build a wall around it. You protect yourself. Why? Because you want to control the traffic that comes in and out of your property. So at the end of the day, when he said he wanted to put up a wall, I kind of understood it a little bit. I wasn't really for it, but I got where he was coming from. Like, let's control the traffic. Let's make the money. Let's do whatever we're going to do to control the people coming in and out of the country. Import, export, human, whatever going in and out of this country, we need to be in control of that. I get that part. The people who had a problem with it was the people who was here illegally, the people who was transporting goods and services over the border without the right permission and paperwork. All these people. So these same people who complaining about the wall, who claim to be law-abiding citizens, was sitting up here against it. Why? It's so much stuff going on in this political shit that it confuses me to the point where I just be like, fuck it, because people to me don't make logical, rational sense.
Period.
And the only thing, the one thing I liked about Donald Trump, and there wasn't too many things, but the one thing I did is no matter what was going on, he still was himself.
Yeah, he stayed.
He wasn't one of them presidents that like I did not have sexual relations with that woman. He wasn't none of them. He would have been like, yeah, so what? I grabbed her in the pussy. And that's one thing I had to respect about him.
And Trump was like, look here, I'm gonna do this shit how I want to do it. All y'all niggas over here. See, Trump really wasn't a politician. He got into the game of politics.
He was a businessman.
That's why they did Donald Trump dirty. And see, Donald Trump to me is like, okay, you'll have a kid and be like, my kid might be the next president of the United States. If your kid ain't got no background in politics, if your kid ain't been, dealing in that dirty ass, nasty ass swamp shit what they talking about, he might not be able to be president. See, Donald Trump, he skipped that.
He had his money right. He didn't give a fuck.
He skipped that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Donald Trump was one of the only presidents that then got elected that wasn't a politician before that. You know, Ross Perot, all of them, they tried it. They didn't get elected.
I'm not about Earl Edward Jones II. I can't get into no debate with you about why the wall can't stop people that use tunnels. Every barrier that ever been put up, we find a way around it. Period.
Right. And
that's not the question.
That's not the question.
I'm not talking about the actual wall itself. I'm talking about the proposal of the wall. I'm talking about his thought process when he said, "Let's just build a wall around this mother." He had a thought process. He had an idea what he was doing, but he was trying to do something to be remembered by. You know what I'm saying? Like, most presidents want to do stuff that you always remember by. We always going to remember Obama for Obamacare. We always going to remember Bill Clinton for getting his dick sucked. It's all these different things presidents do to be remembered forever.
Trump going to be remembered for Space Force, period.
Trump going to be remembered for being a racist. That's what they going to say. But listen, man, y'all do y'all final thoughts. Let's get ready to go. Let's wrap this up because we've been on here long enough, and we're going to try this again. We on the late night side, early morning, however you look at it. It's all, subjection on how you see it, your perception. But Candy Mack, we want to thank you for coming out, sharing your thoughts. You got any final thoughts you want to share with the people?
Yeah. My thing is this, man. This is my final thought. It ain't gonna be lengthy.
What is you doing, Crazy T?
White supremacy is the end all. We can have Joe Biden, we can have Donald Trump, we can have Obama. It is never gonna be no tangibles in anything done to end injustice for black people, disparities. None of that will never, ever be done away with. That's my final motherfucking thought. And I want to elaborate on it a little bit because the reason and the way that white people are how they are is because of how we are. You gotta be superior to somebody. You gotta have privilege. Like, rich people. How you gonna get rich if you can't have a dumbass nigga working for you? If we all gonna be rich, how will this shit work? How will it work? Even if you want to get a McDonald's, how's that gonna work?
How's it gonna work, Candy Mack? We gonna get up out of here. Crazy T, you got something you want to say?
Thanks for having me, big dog. Peace.
The camera behind.
216, stand up if you hear this. Cleveland niggas in the building, boy, you feel